carry around tapes with me, traveling on the road. I listen to Bulgarian folk music, Chopin, Purcell, Webern, Stravinsky, Howlin' Wolf. You know, I like a lot of different kinds of stuff, but basically it's not rock and roll music.
Can you describe how John Lennon came to perform with you at the Fillmore?
No problem. A journalist knocked on my door at a hotel called 1 5th Avenue at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the day of that show, and he was waiting there at the door. This man writes for the Village Voice. He was waiting there at the door with a tape recorder in his hand. And, you know, I just crawled out of bed, my hair sticking out all over the place, and you know, my eyes were twirling like that. 2 o'clock in the afternoon is very early to wake up if you played 2 shows in a night. And he says, "Hi, Frank, I'd like to introduce you to John Lennon." And he was, you know, sticking the mic at me like, "Oh, I'm going to go eat," or something like that. So I said, "Okay, come in." And the first thing he said to me is, "You're not as ugly as I thought you'd be," which leads me to wonder about the strength of his glasses, because I'm as ugly as I ever was. I'm just as ugly now as I was then. And it's a great credit to Mr. Lennon that he wasn't shocked by all of this. So he came in, and we talked for a few minutes, and I asked him whether he wanted to play with us at the concert at the Fillmore East that night, and he did. And we just happened to have a recording truck there because we were recording the shows for another purpose, and the tapes were made. Now here's the bad part. During the performance, when Lennon was on stage with Yoko, we played one of my songs called King Kong. And the deal that was made, according to the usage of the tapes, was he got to use the tapes for his purpose, I got to use the tapes for my purpose. He released part of that performance on an album called Sometime in New York, and changed the name of the song King Kong to Jam Rag, and gave himself and Yoko writing and publishing credit on the song. Now obviously this song has a melody and chord changes, and somebody did write it, and it was not them. So, whoops.
Ooh. Did you ever do anything about it?
Not yet.
It's so hard not to laugh.
Go ahead and laugh. What's the difference? See what MTV does to you? You can't laugh. You have to sit there and take this stuff seriously. Give yourself and the audience a break. Would you? I mean, are we to assume that MTV really is an extension of the Warner Brothers mentality? It is, isn't it? Come on, be honest. It's that corporate Warner Brothers, come on, we're sort of out there in the valley kind of mentality, isn't it?
There's no doubt about it.
I know it.
They may call it rock and roll, but it's corporate America.
That's right. It's push the button, pull the chain, out comes the little brown choo-choo train.
Frank, who are your guitar heroes?
Any chance of a new album that we can discuss tomorrow night?
I don't know. I've got the old one. You know, Frank is backstage.
Frank is backstage.
Seriously. Now, if you want to ask him. Frank! David Letterman? This is Bob Martin. Let's get right back to that.
Frank, give us an idea what you're going to be talking about tomorrow night.
Brown lipstick.
All right, brown lipstick. So put
In
that
the
in your
corporate
TV
suite.
TV guide, and the corporate what?
Brown lipstick in the corporate suite.
All right, brown lipstick in the corporate suite. Frank, if you can just stay right there for a second. Also on tomorrow night's show, we'll have, well, Thursday night is always viewer mail night. Another fine studio audience. My thanks to you folks also. In the 1960s, my first guest founded a band called the Mothers of Invention, and through live performances and as such albums as Weasels Ripped My Flesh and Burnt Weenie Sandwich, he established a reputation as a brilliant musician and an exciting performer. This is an album of his latest work, ladies and gentlemen, Zappa Volume 1. We're delighted to have him back with us tonight. Please welcome Frank Zappa.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice to see you again. I want to thank you for coming by last night and helping us out. And when you were here last night, you said that when you came back tonight, there was something you wanted to talk about. Do you remember what you said that was?
Yeah, I thought that one of the important topics that we could discuss in the show, such as you've been conducting tonight, and this really fits in, is brown lipstick in the corporate suite.
Brown lipstick in the corporate suite.
Yeah.
All right, you go first.
Okay. Well, I think that nobody really looks good with brown lipstick on. So why do these guys in the corporate suite keep wearing it? And how does it get there? This is one of the problems facing us today. And what do you think?
Have you run into this a lot, Frank?
Yeah.
And
I was at CBS yesterday.
CBS, and men and women alike were wearing the brown lipstick.
They do.
Boy, I don't know.
See, you're lucky.